It's Adillustrator back with another late review. This one's for Gran Turismo, which, just spoiler, straight up, it's probably my favorite video game movie. And that's the unique thing about it, right? It's not quite just a video game movie, it's also a biopic. Um, if you don't know, the real story, Martinborough was, a kid from Wales who was really good at Gran Turismo and then eventually got the opportunity to actually competitively race through that for Nissan. And so this is kind of like an underdog story. And the main character is Archie, or the actor is Archie Madekwe. He was great. He's very likable. Um, he doesn't look too much like the actual person he's playing, but it's just one of those things you can't really control. He does a pretty good job. He has great chemistry with David Harbour, who plays like this hard, like tough love coach type character who was a driver himself, and so you get to learn more about his past, and their relationship develops. Orlando Bloom, he's in this movie. He is this corporate guy working for Nissan, trying to basically revamp the company, and so it's his like brain, like love child. This is a big idea to get simulation racers, or they call them sim racers, in this movie, to become real racers, giving them that opportunity to kind of make people fall in love with racing and also cars again. Jimon Hansu plays Jan's father. He's a former professional football, like soccer player. I mean, football player. And his brother's also like on the path to becoming a pro in this movie. And so he wants Archie, like there's this whole conflict with he wants Jan to become a footballer or to just do something with his life in general, and he doesn't really see how him playing video games can result in it. And it's never really coming from a place of like, you know, disdain or like kind of just like like it's not, they don't play it up like, oh, he's abusive. And I feel like it could have been easy to do that, the whole, oh, you don't understand me, dad. But no, it's like it's really a place of concern. And when you watch this movie, if you are like kind of at all like responsible adult, you like, yeah, it's very easy to see that Jan's kind of wasting his life away playing this game. And it just so happens that he's able to get this opportunity. It's not like he was really trying to become a racer. It just kind of fell in his lap, and then when the shot came, he took it and it worked out. And so they didn't do the whole, and I think that's also might be a result of, obviously Jan Marbo being a racer still, being around, and like maybe that could also be why they chose to portray his dad in that way, like not in a super negative light. But I'm glad it wasn't. If that's true that it wasn't a negative relationship, because most of these movies that's not how it would be portrayed. The racing was really good. The stunts were actually done by Jan Marbo himself. Like he did the actual driving for the stunt work of the actor playing himself. And so it's great. And it's shot in a way where you can see things, you're not confused. There's actually quite a few races here. It's very easy for a lot of these movies, sports movies, I mean. It's a video game movie, biopic, and a sports movie in a way. But yeah, it's very easy for sports movies to do the whole, like, maybe like only three contests, like one they win, one they lose, and then one's like what will happen. But this one is actually quite a few races, and they don't show the full races all the time, but they show enough of them where you're satisfied. And it's kind of like really where a lot of the, I guess you could call, action of the movie is coming from. So it's very satisfying in that regard. They also do this cool thing with special effects that I love. Not just playing with time, like slowing and speeding things up, but because he is a sim racer, right? They'll do a thing where while he's playing the video game, it like shows him like it transports his mind into reality. Like he starts to feel like he's actually driving, and then it does the reverse when he's actually driving in a real race where he wants to calm down, and it like brings it back to he's just in his room playing the game. And I kind of like that. I like that they did that parallel, and how to get in the game he has to imagine it's real life, but to calm down and to not be as anxious about the real life and the risks, he has to remember like it's just a game. And I think that's like really cool, really balanced, and it was very effective storytelling. And the effects look nice actually, for what they were. There are some inaccuracies with the film. If you just read about Jan Martinborough's real life story, it didn't quite go this way, but they just obviously they changed some things, made certain things happen, created different characters for the purposes of like film drama. You know how it is in real life. Things are not. Sometimes it's weird with real life. Sometimes things are way more interesting than they depict in movies, and that's where I think a film failed. Like, wow, how did you fail to depict this really awesome thing? But in most cases, real life is not as interesting as what happened in the movie. I say the reverse of this was I watched Chevalier earlier this year. In Chevalier, if you learn about the real Chevalier, his life is way more interesting than the movie they chose to make. This is not that. They definitely dramatized a lot of things to make the movie more interesting than real life. I think the impact this will have is that it's going to inspire more video game movies. I give it a solid 8. It's a great movie. I loved it.